Hi, welcome to your 20-minute hip opening class. So this class is particularly for those who really don't have more than 20 minutes to give to their practice, and you could do this in the morning, in the afternoon. And those who feel really tight around the hips, maybe you're sitting on the desk all day, or certain workouts don't allow you to open your hips in this way, and also to release any emotional blockages that you have as well. So it's very simple, straightforward. We're going to do all of these postures while seated, so you can do them even in bed if you really wanted to. So let's get started. The first posture to open up your hips is easy seated. In a previous video, you've seen in the easy pose video and the modifications and how you can make this more accessible. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch that. But we'll start here, bringing the feet close to pelvis, shoulders up towards the ear, rolling back down, nice lengthened spine, and breathe. Sit bones to the mat, connecting to the breath. Practicing that diaphragmatic breathing as you inhale and exhale. Inhale, stomach goes out. Exhale goes in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Longer breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale. Good. From here, you're going to come to bound angle, bringing both feet together, interlace the fingertips, grab your toes, and create what some people would call butterfly legs. So you can flap your wings if you'd like, or you can just, engage those muscles, thigh muscles, to bring the knees down, and just breathe here, allowing the hip to gently open. Focusing on the breath. And maybe with each exhale, you can go down a little further, hinging at the hip. So leading with the hip rather than with the head and the chest. So really hinging at the hip. Taking deep breaths. And maybe you just stop here. And maybe you go all the way down. Depending on how you're feeling today. Allowing the body to take you there. Finding your edge. And then after about 5 deep breaths, you can slowly bring yourself up. Releasing the legs and shake them. And then you're going to bend your right knee, bringing your right foot inside of your left inner thigh. Okay? Flexing both feet. You're going to inhale all the way up, so head to knee. Exhale, forward fold. You're going to reach either to your feet, your ankles, your shins, or maybe placing the hands down on the mat and just breathe. It is called head to knee because you want your head to eventually meet your knee, but that might not be accessible. So we want to open up the hamstrings. We want to open up the hips slowly and gently, taking deep breaths. And we want to hold each posture for about 5 deep breaths. Your own pace. If you want to hold it longer, feel free. And on your next breath, slowly come up. Exhale, release the legs, shake them. Prepare for the other side, bending the left knee, bringing that left foot inside of your inner thigh of your right leg. Inhale all the way up, torso towards the foot. Exhale, forward fold, connecting wherever you can. Maybe you're here. That's completely fine. Maybe you're just here. Maybe you're just here. As long as you feel it in your hamstring, that's the only important thing here. Everybody's body is different. Your body is also different every single day. So again, yoga is not really about pushing our bodies past its limit, but allowing it to arrive where it needs to be. Take deep breaths. And then slowly come back up, releasing both legs, shake them. And then bringing both feet in front, preparing for a forward fold. So you want to inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, connecting wherever you can. Taking deep breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly come up, shaking the legs. Beautiful. Then coming to the side of your mat, if you're not there already. And then you're going to bring your feet in like a little V shape. They might come to the corners of the mat. They might be closer. Again, finding what feels comfortable for you. Keeping both feet flexed up. You're going to inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. And you're going to slowly start to walk your hands forward and finding that place that feels comfortable and holding it here. And keep breathing. Finding, again, your edge without letting your feet dip down. So keeping them flexed and toes facing up. Allowing the hips to open softly and gently. Deep breaths. Then slowly come back up. Bring that torso towards that right foot. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, connecting wherever you can. Feet, side, framing the foot. Breathing through it, sending your breath towards that hamstring and the hip. Breathe. And then slowly coming back up to center. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. At any time you feel like if the posture is too much, you can always bring yourself up or completely coming out of the posture. And breathing here. And taking 2 more breaths. And 1 more. And then slowly bringing yourself up. And bringing the legs together, shaking them, releasing the legs. And then finding your way onto your knees, onto your floors. We're going to do a wide leg child pose. So bringing your knees as wide as the mat, but not wider. Big toes touching, bringing the hip all the way down to your heels. Maybe you can come down to your heels, maybe all the way up. Just bring it as close as possible towards your heels. And then slowly slide the arms up towards the top of the mat and forehead to the mat. And breathe here. Allowing the hips to slowly and gently open up. Taking deep inhales, deep exhales. And breathe. And take 1 more breath. And then slowly bring yourself up. Knees together. Good. And then bring the feet in front of you and shaking them. Now we're going to work on opening your abductors. And so with your feet in front of you, you're going to bend your right knee. You're going to bring the foot inside of your elbow, or the knee is going to go also inside of the other elbow, and hugging it and rocking it side to side. If this is not accessible, you can always just grab the foot, grab the knee, and just rock side to side. So if you find what feels comfortable for you, keeping a nice lengthened spine and just rocking side to side, bringing that knee close to the body, close to chest, and breathe. Maybe you just hold it here and be still. And breathe, you should feel it here. Take deep breaths. 1 more. And then release it and shake the leg. Let's try the other side. So again, you can bring it inside of your elbows and hug it, rocking side to side, or you could just grab it with your hands, rock side to side, and then hold it still. And continue breathing. Deep inhales and exhales. And then release. Shaking the legs. Keep breathing. Good. Now bend your right knee. Place your foot into the crease of the hip if you can. Then bring it down. If you have a knee injury, this may not feel comfortable, so you can just bring the foot down and just breathe, and then slowly lean forward, feeling the hamstrings and the outer hips open up, taking deep breaths. One more breath here. And then release it. Other side, again, you can bring it to the crease if that's comfortable, or you could just bring it here, lean forward, and breathe. Flexing both feet. Deep breaths. And then slowly release them and shake the legs. And then finding yourself into your forward, we're going to get into our pigeon pose. All right, you can start from, tabletop, preparing for downward facing dog. So inhale, lift the hip up. So you're a nice downward facing dog, hip towards the ceiling. And then bring your left foot to the center of the mat. Inhale, right leg goes up. Bend the knee, open the hips, sending that foot towards your bum. And feeling that hip open. And then sliding that knee, bringing it to the center of the mat, foot out, and then sliding that back leg. And then come all the way down to your pigeon. So in your pigeon, making sure that you can actually see your foot and it's not under you, to the side of you. Both hip points are facing forward. And then, keeping yourself nice and long, and don't lean to the side. Keep yourself centered. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself down and just relax here. And breathe. Taking deep breaths. And when you're ready, slowly bring yourself up. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, release the leg, shake it, maybe move the hips side to side, release the tension in that leg. Then right foot goes to the center of the mat. Inhale, right leg goes up, and then opening the hips, sending that foot back towards your bum. Taking deep breaths and breathe. Good. Inhale, coming up. Bringing that knee to the center, sliding that leg, and then finding your alignment and scoot up. Here, hip points forward, foot to the side, you can see it, and then coming all the way down and just breathe here. Taking deep breaths. And focusing on the breath, sending it to the hip. Good. And slowly tuck the toes, lift the back knee, lift the leg, shake them, shake the hips, move the hips side to side if you'd like. And then preparing for a low lunge. So inhale, right leg goes up. Step it forward in between your hands, knee above the ankle, dropping the back knee, and just be here. Okay? And breathe, keep a nice lengthened spine. Deep breaths. Good. Maybe you bring both hands beside the foot, start to slide the foot to the side, and then drop your weight into your pinky toe, opening the hip. Taking deep breaths. and back down. And then slide it over to the side. Then shifting the hip back to where it's aligned with your back knee. Then slide that front foot, flex it, allowing the hamstring to open. Maybe you start to come down. If you have props, blocks, you can bring a block on each side so you can help yourself stay up and breathe. And you can have a block on the other side. And deep breaths. Then release the posture, bring the foot back, coming to low lunge, lift the back knee, send it back, maybe shake the leg, whatever you feel like you need to do to release that tension. Prepare for the other side. Inhale, left leg goes up, step forward between your hands, coming into a low lunge on the other side. Again, knee above ankle, opening the hip. You don't have to be as wide, whatever feels comfortable for you. If the back knee hurts, you can just put, you can fold your mat if you would like to create more cushioning, or you can have a pillow or a blanket. And just breathing here. And when you're ready, bringing both hands to the side and then slide that foot and open the hip. Take deep breaths. Then bring it down to center, shifting back for half split. Bringing that hip right above the knee, sliding the front leg, and breathing. Don't lock the knee, have a nice soft bend. I tend to lock my knees, so I have to remind myself. So breathe. And take one more breath here. And drop the foot, coming into your low lunge again. Then release the leg. Shake it. Sound effects. And then come into your, child pose with the knees together, arms extended, and breathe. We're coming to the end of our practice. Take a few breaths. And then slowly bring yourself up. Bring the legs in front of you. Hug the knees together. And maybe you rock side to side. I want you to cross your right leg over your left knee and just keep the hips closed. Maybe you grab the ankle, just closing the hips after we open them. Just a gentle movement side to side. Do this for 3 breaths, and then let's switch sides, closing the hips the other way. So they're like almost like cow face pose, but on your back, or eagle legs, but on your back. Just release it. And then bringing the feet down. Windshield wipers side to side, releasing any tension. Since this was a very short practice, we're not going to do Shavasana. And then bring the knees again together. And then gently roll yourself up and come into easy seated. Okay. That was a quick 20-minute practice. I hope you enjoyed it. That's something that you can do to really just loosen up the hips, the inner hips, the abductors, and the hamstrings. So hopefully you enjoyed your practice, and I'll see you soon.